everyone, it's Rochelle and welcome back to my channel. This is the look I'll be creating for you guys today. If you want to see how I achieve this look from start to finish, please continue to watch. So the first thing I do is apply a primer all over my face. This will just ensure that my foundation will last all day long. I've been using this one a lot lately. This is the Becca Evermatte Poreless Primer. I'm really feeling it because I feel like it gives me a nice matte finish, which I do like a bit of a matte finish, also like a glowy finish, depends on my mood, but I like the fact that this actually keeps my makeup on all day long. If your skin is like really dry though, I do not recommend this primer at all because it's super matte. Next, I'm going to do a bit of color correcting, and I'm going to use this orange shade concealer right here, and this is just going to correct my dark. I'm just going to apply that under my eye because I do have dark circles under the eyes, and also on my blemishes as well. Next, I'm taking a damp beauty blender sponge and I'm going to go ahead and blend that concealer out. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows. This is like my go-to brow product, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade dark brown. I've been loving how my brows look lately. Hopefully they look on point today. So I don't get too concerned if my brows don't look perfect right now because I don't have foundation on. And after I apply my foundation, do my eyeshadow, I always go back in and fix up my brows anyway. So I don't really care for perfection right this minute. Next, I'll be taking the MAC 195 concealer brush, and I'm just going to use this to clean up my brows. So I'm using a concealer that is a couple shades lighter than my skin tone, and I apply it under the brow bone, and that will just give my brows a nice highlighted, clean look. This is completely optional, so you don't have to do this step. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a base all over the eyelid. This is the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And this will ensure that the eyeshadow lasts all day long, and it's going to make the eyeshadow look really pigmented as well. And I'm using the same concealer brush to apply. So after I apply the base all over the eyelid, I'm just going to go into my Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just going to apply this on the eyelid as well. This is just going to help my eyeshadows blend easier. So now I'm going to use the Melt Cosmetic Dark Matter Stack for my eyeshadow today. I'm going to take this light brown eyeshadow, and this will be my transition color, and I'm going to pop that right into the crease. So the brush that I'm using is the Sigma E40 brush, one of my favorite blending brushes to use. So you just want to blend that back and forth. Next, I'm going to go into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy palette. I still use this palette. It's one of my favorite palettes, you guys. The palette is not available anymore, but the eyeshadows, you can get them in singles. And I'm going to take the eyeshadow Caramel, and I'm just going to pop that into the crease also. Going back into the Melt Cosmetic Dark Matter Stack, I'm going to take the eyeshadow Enigma. So it's like a dark burgundy shade, berry shade I guess. And I'm just going to apply this all over my eyelid. I love this eyeshadow. And the brush that I'm using to apply this eyeshadow is the Zoeva Cosmetics. I believe this is the 234 Luxie Smoky Shader eyeshadow brush. So I'm going to apply a good amount of that eyeshadow onto the brush, knock it off so we don't get any fallouts. So I'm going to pat that onto my eyelid because I like the color payoff when you pat it on. It just looks more vibrant and pigmented, and that's what we are going for. So now I'm going to go in with the Sigma E40 brush, and we're going to blend that, of course. So if you feel like that brush is too large, you can go in with something smaller. So this is the MAC 221 brush. I like this brush for blending as well. It's very precise. Okay, you guys, so now I'm going to take a black eye pencil. I'm going to go ahead and do some tight lining. I know I need to get a new eyeliner. This is like struggling right now, but I'm going to use it up until it's finished. For my lashes, I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Smoky Stretch Mascara. I have the tiniest lashes ever. They're so small, but for some reason, I don't know, this mascara has been giving me a little bit of of life. So I really like this one. Now I'm gonna add some false lashes to the look, and I'm using Lilly Lashes in Kuwait. And for my lash glue, I'm using Velour Lashes lash glue. Okay, so now that the eyes are somewhat completed, I'm gonna move on to doing my foundation. So today I'll be using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. This is in the shade 173. A lot of people have been talking about this and how amazing it is. So I decided to give it a try. So I'm just gonna apply that all over. This is the wrong shade. Okay, I'll be back. I gotta go wipe this off. Okay, you guys, so I actually just applied the contour shade on my face by accident. So I'm gonna use the 173 shade now. Yeah, there we go, much better. So I'm gonna blend with the ARTIS brush. When it comes to stick foundation, I don't like using the beauty blender on its own because I feel like it's just a little harder for me to blend. So I like using a brush, so I'm just gonna use the ARTIS brush. Then I'm gonna go in with a damp beauty blender sponge. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and do some contouring, and I'm gonna do some cream contour today. I'm using the shade 177 in the Makeup Forever foundation stick as well. My jawline and on my forehead area. I'm gonna take this dual fiber brush. This is from NYX Cosmetics, and I'm gonna use this to blend out my contour. And of course, blend out the jawline as well. And then I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender sponge. For my highlight, I'm gonna take the Anastasia concealers, and I'm using the shade 3.5 and 3.75 to highlight. One's a little too light, one's a little too dark, so I kind of mix them together to get the right highlight shade that I want to achieve. So I applied the concealer under my eye area because I want to brighten up under the eyes. I'm also placing that concealer on my chin area and a little above my lips, so right above my cupid's bow, down my nose, and the center of my forehead as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and grab my beauty blender just to blend out the highlighted areas. So we're gonna move on to baking the face, and I'm gonna use the Mercier translucent powder. I've been using this one for quite some time now. I do have an in-depth video on highlighting, contouring, on baking and all that good stuff, so you can check that out. So I can't really see that well because the damn sun is like blinding me, so hopefully I do this right. And I apply this under my contour. Okay, so next I'll be taking the Hourglass Ambient Dim Light, whatever the hell this is, palette, and I'm gonna apply it onto the Smith 112 brush and dust away the excess powder. And the reason why I'm using this, I apply it onto my brush first, and then I dust away the powder. The reason why I do this is because I like the way it looks under my eyes. I feel like sometimes when you bake under the eyes, it can look powdery and dry, but when I add like the little bit of the shimmer thingy, it just dusts away the powder really nicely, and it just leaves a really nice smooth look under the eye. And I got this technique from my friend Aiden Empire. I'm probably not explaining it well to you guys, but I just like how it looks. So this is what I've been doing a lot lately. Okay, so next I'll be taking the MAC 134 brush. I am like really obsessed with this brush, and I have to say thank you to Sandra Deluxe because she put me onto this brush. I love it. Now we're gonna move on to bronzer, and I'm gonna use Matte Mineralize Skin Finish in the shade Dark Deep to bronze up my skin. I'm applying it on my forehead area, on the hollows of my cheek, just like how when I do my contour. And this is just going to bronze up the skin and also adding a stronger, more defined contour as well. And as you can see, I still have my loose powder under because this helps me to have a clean contour look. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and complete the eyes. I'm going to go back in with my black eyeliner and I'm going to line the waterline. Next, I'll be taking one of my favorite highlighter. This is the Makeup Forever Sculpting Duo. I think this is the number 2 shade. So it's the golden shade, this one right here. And I'm actually gonna place this at the inner corner of my eyes just to brighten it up a bit. Okay, so now that the eyes are completed, I'm gonna finish off the face and I'm gonna add some highlight on the cheeks. You guys know I like it extra bright highlight. You should be able to see it from afar. So I'm going to use my Makeup Forever Mist and Fix Spray. Can you see it or no? Yeah, you can see it. Mist and Fix Spray, Smith 112 brush, and I'm just going to wet the brush up because it just makes my highlighter look super bright. You can use whatever highlighter is your favorite. I like using the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo and the Bobbi Brown Bronze Glow as well. You see that? Okay. Alright. Guys, look at that though. Do you see that? You know, I'm getting my entire life right now. And then I'm going to add some of the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo. Just because I'm a little extra. And I also placed the shimmer highlight on my Cupid's bow and down the center of my nose and the tip of my nose as well. And for my cheeks, I'm going to use one of my favorite blush. This is Peaches by MAC. So now I'm going to go ahead and dust away this excess powder because we do not need this anymore. The face is pretty much completed. So next I'll be taking the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix Spray and I'm going to drench my face with this stuff because I don't like when it feels too powdery. So I'm just going to apply some of this all over the face. Next, moving on to the lips, I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with the lip pencil. This is Dervish from MAC. And then for liquid lipstick, I'm going to use Girlactik POSH. I'm like obsessed with this one. I've been wearing this quite a lot. I really do love the Girlactik liquid matte lipsticks. They're really nice, pigmented, and they don't feel drying on the lips either. So now I'm going to take one of my favorite gloss. This is Lust by MAC, and I'm going to apply it on my lips to add some gloss to it. So there you have it, you guys. This is the completed makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial. Please give me a big thumbs up if you do. Comment down below and let me know what you guys want to see next. I'll see you in another video very soon. I love you guys. Bye.